Breaking news.
Pink Blank is making a comeback after 14
is that
months.
Suya?
Do you like K-pop? Yes?
What do you
or
mean
yes?
my bias group just disbanded?
Pop or flop? Boys that sing newest
Did you hear about
comeback.
Worldwide
Is this
Handsome
over
Solo?
for their careers?
Okay.
3,
2.
1.
Are you ready to
be
be
canceled?
Hello everyone! Welcome to K-ANCELED! I am here with the lovely two people here, but first let me introduce the podcast. Okay, welcome back to Cancelled. This is the podcast where I'll be spilling tea about the latest K-pop news and my crappy takes on the ever-growing industry. My name is Kevin. I'm your host of the show, and for updates, go check me out on Instagram at _KevsTea. That is spelled KEVSTEA. I'll be posting about the podcast and other things I'm working on. So, I have two guests with me for this podcast. It's going to be a bit chaotic this time around, probably. You guys might recognize their voices if you guys paid attention in the intro that we did. Yeah, this is them. Oh my god, they're finally here on the podcast. So, please introduce yourselves, starting with the man right here. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? My name's Tyler. I'm a fourth year new media classmate with Kevin. I don't listen to too much K-pop. I love everything Blackpink. And I might get canceled for that.
Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see about that. All right, move on.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Samantha. I'm also a fourth year new media student and also a classmate of Kevin. It's been a while since I've been into K-pop. I mostly just casually listen to some songs now, but if anything 2012 groups, I know a lot about them because that was my era. But yeah, excited to be here.
Yeah. Great. Woo. How are you guys doing today? Or just in general?
We're doing, yeah.
We're doing?
Yeah,
Oh.
we're doing, surviving, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of early.
Yeah. Sorry, I know. This is the only time we have available.
Early?
Yeah,
Early?
it's kind of early.
It's 11:45.
No, but I would be sleeping by now because I didn't have class earlier.
Oh, right. But wouldn't you have come to campus anyways?
For what?
For just, I don't know, you came last week, right?
We had
We had
class,
class.
but today is
Yeah.
online.
Oh, I'm so
Well,
sorry.
it's not even online. It's asynchronous today.
Yeah.
So I could have just slept in, but I
Oh my
got
God.
called here for 11.
I'm so sorry. It would have worked out better on Monday. Wait,
I
was it
mean,
Monday?
it's
Yeah, it was
fine.
Monday. But
Oh, yeah,
Monday-
that was
unfortunately,
your class
yeah.
also
we
got...
had no
Yeah,
classes
async.
because it was online,
Yeah.
and then async, and then our 6 to 9 got canceled.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Wow.
unfortunate.
I mean, I think that's good, right? Since it's the reading week, and
I
you just
guess.
can
My reading
chill.
week is insanely
I know.
busy.
I know. What do you guys have planned for the reading week?
I'm gonna go help with some Red Bull events. It's like a Red Bull
Oh.
racing event thing, and then I'm just kind of helping out facilitate it.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah, it's taking up a lot of my time.
How much is gonna take you?
My
hours
shifts
wise?
are 8 hours, and I think I have 5 shifts during meeting week. And then the days that I don't have shifts, I have regular work.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but it's okay. We'll figure it out.
You're getting the bag. You're getting the bag. It's okay.
Yeah, no.
What about you, Tyler?
I am sleeping.
Sleep.
Good for you.
I don't really have anything planned for the reading week, but I'm probably going to have to work on my thesis. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
I
we're
need to
all in
do
fourth
work.
year. We're struggling really hard. But, getting back into K-pop. So I decided to invite these two losers here today. Whoa, watch your language.
Beep, beep.
No, I'm kidding. Y'all are amazing. I invited you guys here today because I'm actually taking a bit of a spin for this podcast episode. So usually we talk about K-pop on this channel, but actually we're going to be talking a bit more about J-pop on this episode. And I think you two are some of the biggest weebs I know. I know.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Wow, I can't even deny.
So I hope you guys can contribute to the conversation as we're gonna have a whole debate about J-pop versus K-pop world, and I think it's quite interesting to see because the industry is so different, and I think comparing those two can I don't know, get some sense of I want this from K-pop and I want this from J-pop, and I just want one thing together, right? But so Sam, you are a second gen stan only.
Mostly, yeah, just according to timing, yes.
Okay. What groups did you like listening to?
my bias group, like my ultimate bias group is BAP.
Oh.
But I also had EXO New East phases. The group that got me into K-pop was called Cross Gene, which is like really obscure.
Gene?
Yeah, Cross Gene. One of the members was in a K-drama, and I was like, oh, he kind of cute. He hardly showed up. Okay, I'm gonna check him out.
I don't think you ever told me about that, right?
Yeah, I mean, no one knows them. Like,
Yeah.
the few people that I know them are like, wow, that was your first group.
Oh my god. Okay.
But yeah.
I'll check them out after this.
Yeah.
What kind of music do they do?
I mean, general K-pop, I don't follow them anymore. I think they're
okay.
disbanded. Most of my groups are disbanded.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mostly followed the more like hip-hop style. Basically, any boy group that starts with the letter B from 2012-ish, I probably followed.
BTS,
BAP, B2B,
B2B.
Block B, who else is there? B1A4.
Beast?
Beast was slightly before my gen, but yes, I did listen to Beast, or I was there for the highlight thing.
Yeah, highlight.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
so
switch.
after they...
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I watched them become highlight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Girl groups I followed. I like Mamamoo a lot. I had a Twice phase. See, I like Bestie. I like Secret. I don't think you know them.
You like Sistar, right?
Sister is I didn't follow them much, but Sister's good too.
Uh-huh.
I listen to their music, but I don't follow them, I guess. A-Pink. I had an A-Pink phase.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think
yeah.
for me, like, I'm starting to, like, get into my second gen phase.
You
Yeah.
need recommendations.
I know.
I got you.
Because I really enjoy, like, vocals a lot, right?
yeah.
And, like, the groups nowadays, like, I feel like they don't have, like, those ballad type songs that much anymore. So,
That's
like, I've
fair,
really been
yeah.
getting into, Beast or Highlight now, right?
Yeah.
And Sister, because I love Hyolyn a lot.
Hyolyn's so cool. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh.
You know the song from Beast, like, On Rainy Days?
I think I know. Yeah.
That song,
No, good song.
That
good
song
song.
has been
yeah.
on repeat for
Yeah.
me now as well. Yeah. But going on to Tyler, so you only like Blackpink?
That's like over exaggerating because I do also listen to other groups. But as for like just following personalities, I only follow like individually the members of Blackpink.
Yeah.
In terms of K-pop, I listen to a lot of like kind of mainstream like BTS, Twice. I do like Red Velvet.
Oh, Red Velvet's
Red Velvet's
Yeah, I really like Red Velvet. I listen to a little bit of ITZY. I like some older songs as well because when I would play like Pump It Up, it would be like those songs.
Oh. Do you remember the names of those or like the groups at least?
Well, I mean, there's like Love Scenario.
Yes.
I get that.
I mean, Icon kind of like disappeared after that though. I
Yeah.
feel. But yeah, moving.
I mean,
Oh my
yeah.
god, I was there for the icon thing.
I listened to a bit of GOT7.
That's how was good.
Yeah, I listened to a bit of GOT7. Not much else to say other than like songs that would appear on like Pump It Up. Like I know that there's a Dreamcatcher song I would normally play. Ooh, I really like Big Bang and 2NE1.
Yeah, Big Bang.
I like Big Bang and 2NE1.
You seem to be a YG.
YG stan. You're
I don't
so
know
right.
what it is, but like I don't like the songs just kind of appeared and I started listening to it. I think because when I got into Blackpink, I got recommended other YG stuff.
Yeah.
But also like when I was first getting into K-pop, my friends were big fans of like Twice.
Yeah.
And I got tired of it because I don't know, like for them like Twice was like the goddesses and like they wouldn't take any Twice slander. So but then I took their
understand.
playlists and like kind of listened to it, and after skipping all the Twice stuff,
Yeah.
because I mean I like Twice, but like it was like a bit too much.
Were
at
you
that
like,
point.
is it a bit too overhyped for you?
Yeah.
Because your friends were probably overhyping it a lot,
Yeah.
right? Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
So then after that was kind of like I took their playlists and then tried to find the ones that weren't Twice just to like broaden my horizons. And like a lot of it was also Big Bang and 2NE1.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
the legend.
Yeah. Like even back then, I followed Big Bang for like now they're basically kind of inactive because of stuff.
Oh.
But yeah. But bro. Yeah, I was like a GD stan. GD and Top. Both
Yeah.
of them.
Ooh, I like Top's voice a lot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the Doom Dada. Oh my
Do you
god.
know the members?
I liked Okay, so wait. There's G Dragon, Top,
Taeyang,
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 Seungri,
Seungri.
and
We don't talk about Seungri.
Daesung.
I know.
Seungri's redacted.
Yeah.
That was actually when I first started getting into K-pop.
Oh, really?
My friends were telling me about it.
During their scandal.
Yeah.
Oh,
my God.
when was that then? 2015?
That was high school. I remember. this.
15?
I was sitting at the airport reading about everything.
Yeah, it was in I think they were talking about it and they released like the whole statement about it when I was in like my grade 12 year.
Oh,
I don't remember. That's when my friends started talking about it.
Yeah.
But that was also like GD was coming back from the military the next year.
Yeah.
After they kicked him out, I think, or something.
Oh my god. It was a whole scandal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Insane.
It's like I know that was happening from like a long time before. Like I heard about it. I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
it was early grade 11, late grade 10 for me.
so that was when I was in grade 12.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Taeyang because I like his like solo songs.
Yeah. His Noon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that one was a bit legend song. Since you have like love for YG, have you seen Baby Monster's debut?
I actually don't really follow too much K-pop anymore.
Oh, okay.
So anything new past 2021,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
Anything.
I just thought I'd ask since they are under YG. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I might as well ask you.
I don't know. Are they new?
Yeah, they debut like earlier this year. I
That's
think.
probably I don't know.
So
I saw stuff about them because their fans are kind of like loud. So I've seen stuff about them.
I mean, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that.
I think the last debut I heard was Enhypen.
Oh.
Oh, and Hyphen, my friend is crazy about them.
Yeah,
It's so
that was
funny.
the last debut I heard.
Their fans are loud.
Yeah.
My
Their
friend's
fans are
private
loud.
stories are just all my husband, Dululu.
What's their fandom name? I think it's Engine or something.
That sounds right.
Yeah. But finishing off on the Blackpink thing, like, so now didn't disband, right? But they're re-signed under YG, but they're doing solo activities under their own labels.
Yes. So
How do you feel about that?
I think it's great.
Okay.
As a whole, Blackpink doesn't die. They still like as a group they were strong under YG. I feel just they were very limited because they weren't allowed to do their own thing during downtime, and then YG didn't give them enough enough to do things as a group. But it kind of gives them a chance to foster their own individuals while people wait for a comeback.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all under their own labels now, except for Rosé.
Oh.
Rosé hasn't signed with anything yet.
Oh, okay.
I
Interesting.
think the speculation is that she'll go under a Western label.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Lisa just signed with Loud, her own thing.
I heard she was
Last
actually
week.
going into acting.
Yeah.
Lisa?
Really?
Lisa and Jisoo are more acting labels right now.
I was not expecting that for Lisa. I thought she would like sign under a international agency. I mean, I guess it is, right?
Yeah.
Since her Loud is her own agency.
Her own agency.
Yeah. Didn't Jenny also make her own agency?
Yes.
Odd Atelier.
Odd Atelier.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jenny made her own, and then Jisoo's under her brother. She's a branch from her brother's company.
I'm excited to see like what they have to put out as
Yeah.
like solo is. I don't know. Like for me, like music wise, I'm most expecting for Jenny's stuff, music wise. But as like a group, I'm like still expecting. But who knows how long their comebacks will be now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of excited for Rosé because
Her voice.
if she goes in, I love her voice.
Yeah.
If she goes under a Western label, I think that'd be like kind of cool because that's also what she listened to growing up. But for those of you guys who don't know, Rosé recently opened up an Instagram broadcast channel. She released a 20-second like preview of a song that she was working on. And it sounded really good. But because she's doing all this stuff now, I feel like there's going to be an announcement soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of looking forward to it. I know that she mainly did it just for like she's starting her fan base, so she's trying to find a name for them.
Yeah. Oh my god! Wait, I
Yeah.
saw.
She's trying to find
I saw the the suggestions that fans gave.
roses, rosies, posies,
Thorns.
thorns. Yeah,
Bruh.
there was a lot.
Thorns took me out. Oh my god.
So I think because of that, she's trying to like. There's gonna be an announcement soon. but
Okay. I'm excited.
Who knows? We can only wait.
Yeah, okay. But now we're moving on to like the meat of the podcast.
Okay.
So we're gonna talk about K-pop versus J-pop actually, which is an interesting topic because usually we talk about K-pop on this podcast, but now we're broadening our horizons just for this episode to see how we feel. So like you guys are really into J-pop, or I guess the broader category of J music. Yeah. So tell me about that, because like when I was doing my research on it, like even just from hearing you guys talk about it, like J-idol music and J-pop music is very different from each other, right?
Yes.
And like when we say K-pop in Korean, like referring to K-pop like as a genre of music, like we usually mean like everything under that thing, but mostly like idol music for K-pop, right? But in J-pop's case, like that's not the case. We're talking about like something much bigger.
Kinda, yeah. A lot of times, like maybe some popular idols start from like underground, but like a lot of the times, if you're underground, you stay underground or something, and the industries seem quite separate. From what I know. Do you think
they
that?
are pretty separate. There is one thing to clarify, like beforehand though, is that the K-pop industry and the J-pop industry stem from the same thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
K-pop originally was inspired by J-pop back in like the late 2000s, I think.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
SNSD's first song is very J-pop like reminiscent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
What was their
wasn't
first song? Into the New World?
Yeah, Into the New World.
Yeah.
It is very J-pop reminiscent. It's just the way that the countries fostered their talents made them like very different today.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think because K-pop companies like took inspiration from Western artists over time.
Yeah.
Like
I can see that. Yeah.
K-pop nowadays is very heavily inspired by like R&B.
Yeah.
And the whole like sampling thing.
Yeah.
You see a lot of like even BTS was sampling like a lot of other songs. Like they sampled one of J. Cole's songs.
Oh, okay.
But from moving on from like the like high energy pop, like very like I guess positive like music, and I guess you could call it positive. Like it's very upbeat.
Upbeat, yeah.
Moving on from that, K-pop moved towards like Western international audience.
Yeah.
The main difference I see now is that J-pop and the idols, the reason why you don't hear about it a lot like in the West or anywhere else is because it's Japanese music made for Japanese people.
Yeah.
Super insulated in that
so
sense,
it only gets releases in Japan via CDs and Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess K-pop also taps into that audience just because they're like Japanese releases too.
yeah.
And like they're only released in Japan. You can only get the CDs in Japan.
Yeah.
It's not like K-pop, like regular K-pop where like
Yeah.
you can get the CDs elsewhere.
Yeah. Usually for K-pop music, like it's, they have a record label that broadcasts it everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Whereas J music, like you said, it's very limited to just in Japan. Yeah.
That's because also for Korea, you don't hear about them touring Korean cities and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main differences too, is because they're trying to find international stages and broaden like their horizons. Japanese, like the idol groups go on their like 25th tour of Japan because it's Japanese music for the Japanese.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. So, like, when I was doing research, like, how do you guys feel about J idols? Like, I was thinking, like, it's very, like, kawaii music.
Yes.
In which, like, how do you say? Because I feel like the mainstream versus the underground is still very different.
Oh,
in that sense
really?
as
Yes,
well.
and there's also
Okay.
there's also these things called alt idols. So like there's idols for like metal music and
Oh,
things
yeah,
like that.
okay.
like baby metal.
Yeah, Baby Metal's one
Yeah.
of the Baby Metal's
They're
like the
really
first
cool.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I checked out HKT48, AKB48,
Yeah.
Neo-Japanism.
Neo-Japanese. That's
Yeah.
not.
That
okay.
those are like
Yeah.
mainstream. Like,
Yeah.
Mainstream.
Yeah.
But there's
Yeah.
even more underground than that.
I follow some members of like underground idols just because my friend got me into it, or like I'll follow them on Instagram and find out that they're idols. Oh, I guess that's another thing. A lot of idol groups, people follow one member.
Yes.
Or something like that.
In Japan, there's a thing called like Oshi culture.
Yeah. I read about that too.
Yeah.
So that's another thing of like what I was going to say with kind of the difference between how the talents are fostered. In Japan, it's like it's not just singing, dancing, and being on stage, but more so as a personality.
Yeah.
They try to get their idols into as many radio shows, as many events, and like other kind of shows as possible, because the whole thing is like out of like, so AKB48 has originally had 48 members. Now they have like over 120.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
They have to fight for like center spot.
Yeah.
Like you have to
Oh,
fight for
okay.
popularity.
Yeah. It's like a popularity contest, because in Japan the whole thing is like you're there to support your favorite member.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why you see the stan culture is kind of insane. Like K-pop is insane in a different way, like
Yeah.
positive, but like Ita bags and things like that, where they have lots of badges, or like when they collect the merch and when you see a member's birthday and you just see the shrines of merchandise.
Oh my
Where
God.
like there'll be
Okay.
like hotel rooms and the windows are just covered with like bromides, like
Ah.
photos of them, just cause they buy so much stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It
It's-
feels kind of like for K-pop, like we say bias, right? But in
Yeah.
It's the
say
same
Oshi.
thing.
It's the same
Oh,
thing.
it's
Yeah.
Oshi?
Oshi.
Oshi.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it feels kind of like obsessive and creepy at the same time.
Yeah.
That's
It feels more creepy for Japan.
Yeah. No, I'd agree. Also,
Because
They-
like the market, the audience, the target audience that they're trying to do is like males
yeah.
that are like in their late 30s.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like protecting the like a lot of times the idols should be pure. I guess there's a
Yeah.
lot around that,
Yeah.
and a lot around the fantasy of that,
Mm.
and that's not the case for most people.
Yeah.
But the fans want to believe that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess K-pop in some senses where like dating is still like not a thing.
Yeah,
as-
exactly.
like these days, I find more so it's more allowed, but like in J-pop, no.
Yeah.
No.
I think like with K-pop, like it's kind of thanks to the Western perspective that like, oh, like, you know, idols can date, just don't make it public.
Yeah,
kind of thing,
basically,
right?
yeah.
Whereas like I think in Korea where it's still conservative, where like their mindset is like don't date, you know, like you're mine kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to stay single. You have to be like, you have to act like you're available.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, to
basically,
fans.
the fantasy is
Yeah.
so important in
Yeah.
selling the.
But I think it's like not as big of a issue in Korea, like
Not
in
these
K-pop.
days, yeah.
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 But I mean, I don't know about before when you were.
I
like, a
felt
stan.
like it was much bigger deal last time, where
Oh.
like, for me, I hardly heard of people dating, and even when I did, it was like kind of like really big news.
Yeah.
Like I think
Like the Hyuna and Dawn situation.
that was also already on like kind of things we're looking up for, like people accepted that more.
Ah,
I
okay.
remember when like Kai and Crystal started dating.
Crystal.
FX.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when that came out, it was people were like, "What? No way!" Or like I saw a lot of hate
Yeah,
online.
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, cool, they're dating," but like, I feel like the reaction these days is more positive than negative, because I know like, I had a lot of friends that were big fans of like Hyuna and Dawn like being together, and then like when it happened, I was like, they're like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
my OTP or something."
Do you think like if Japanese music or J-idol has like more Western influence?
I feel like there's like
They'll never-
there's barely
Those who
no.
know- yeah.
Okay. Would
'Cause
they
even-
ever though? Like.
Even their culture in general in Japan doesn't allow for that much, because like even as like a foreigner, if you're going there to live there, you have to abide by their cultural norms.
Yeah.
They probably they get uncomfortable when you don't, and it's like not even like a negative thing. It's like it's just how it is.
Oh. Okay.
So I don't think they'll be very open to like having a Western audience unless you're like kind of the mainstream ones. Then I see them like touring and things like that. Especially with like the rise of anime and stuff. Like
Yeah.
if you've done an anime opening, probably you're more open to like being more
Western influence.
Yeah,
I
but
guess,
those are
yeah.
also mostly like indie or like
Yeah.
other, or like bands that aren't
Yeah.
like idols.
yeah like I forgot their name. Kimi no Nawa.
Oh,
what's their name?
Radwimps.
Radwimps,
Radwimps.
yeah.
They're a-
Radwimps
they're a
does
band.
tours, yeah, and
Yeah.
but yeah, they're not idols.
Didn't they come to Toronto?
They
actually?
did.
Yeah,
They came
yeah.
to Toronto last
Did
last
you guys
year.
go?
Unfortunately I couldn't. They came last year in April.
Oh.
I just started in my new job, so I couldn't request time off yet.
That's rough.
That's rough. Okay.
I had
But
a
yeah.
friend that went to the Singapore one, and everyone only knew Kimi no Nawa songs, Your Name songs, and like when they sang any other song, it was quiet. I'm like, no.
It's also
So bad.
kind of weird too, because for Radwimps, they're more rock. So their Kimi no Nawa stuff is different.
Yeah.
No, the regular stuff is really good.
Yeah. Oh my god, the regular stuff is really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I actually checked their regular stuff out. I only know their anime music
I
stuff.
only checked it out after my friend went to the concert and told me like people only knew Your Name
Oh
songs.
my god. I mean, I when I was going down my rabbit hole, like
Yeah.
I think I realized like anime music is probably just my favorite thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
also really like rock, or like at least like pop rock genre. So like I checked the artists like King Gru. I like he also did anime music. Eve, Kenshi, Yasobi,
Yeah.
Amazarashi.
Oh,
Amazarashi is good. Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
his
yeah.
voice a lot.
A lot of them, a lot of those that you
Utaites?
mentioned started as like they're utaites.
Yeah.
They basically started doing covers on their own,
Yeah.
and then eventually got picked up for like a record or something,
Mm-hmm.
and that's more of like the Japanese indie scene.
Yeah.
So that's more of the J-pop you'll hear about. Like when
Oh.
someone says J-pop, that's usually what they
Probably,
mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because the idol music only started getting onto the internet like only a few years ago.
Oh,
Before
okay.
that
Yeah.
was literally just CDs and Blu-rays and whatnot. And that's
okay.
also why Blu-rays are a big thing still in Japan.
Japan, yeah.
Because
Here it's like
it's
what?
for
What's that?
Japanese, so you can only get physical discs there.
Yeah. And it's like for like a lot of the indies or like underground idols, when they have a concert and stuff, a lot of their revenue is gained from sales at those events. And it's still like K-pop, they have sales for like merch and stuff for the concerts, but it's not as like personal, I
Yeah.
guess, where like they have like checkies, which is like you take a Polaroid with them and they'll sign it for you and like maybe they'll shake your hand. And
Oh,
stuff like that.
really? Okay.
Yeah. But then, I mean, idol groups are too big. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for the idol groups, it's like you have to go for the
Fan
one
sign.
person
Yeah.
at their specific fan sign or handshake event.
Yeah, and like at least in my experience, I went for one fan sign event for VAP, and like it was double lottery, where it was you have the lottery for the ticket to get in,
Yeah.
and then when you get there, you have the lottery for which member.
What? Oh
Yeah.
my god. You can't even choose which member?
No, I got my favorite. Oh my god,
oh,
gotcha.
oh my god.
But like, yeah, it's kind of insane.
Handshake event is crazy to me.
Yeah. Actually, for people who watch anime, this was seen in Jujutsu Kaisen. If you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, Aoi Toro, he is a big fan of an idol. And he has a flashback of the handshake event, and that gives him like a power boost. If you remember,
Oh
he has like
my
his
God.
fantasies and stuff.
Yes,
but
yes.
one of the fantasies is about him going to a handshake event, and you literally just go in, line up, you give your favorite idol a handshake, like whoever you line up for, you give
Yeah.
your Oshi a handshake, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, I think it's like you have maximum 10 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Do you even
And
like
then you
say
get-
hi to them?
Yeah, they'll say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for supporting me, whatever, and then they go.
Yeah.
But then, there's another thing with like underground idols is that a lot of the times, they put a lot of emphasis on remembering fans.
Oh.
So if you go enough, they will remember you. And be like, oh my gosh, thank you for coming again. How are you? And they remember your name and stuff.
In those 10 seconds?
Yeah.
It's a more intimate
Because-
experience for the
Yeah.
underground because they're also not as big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it makes sense, right? That's their method of like retaining fans in.
Yes.
Yeah. I can never see them doing that for K-pop. Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
Like, I see like for K-pop they do fan calls, right?
Yes.
Do they do that in Japan?
I am
They do
unsure.
They do streams for like I'm talking a lot about underground, but like underground idols, some of them do streams, but it's like on their own.
Yeah.
And like you're talking to them through the chat. It's just a Twitch stream,
Ah,
basically.
okay,
Yeah.
I see.
I don't think they have
But it's
those.
not like direct like calling connection,
I
right?
don't think so. No.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Because I see fan calls. Usually they're like I don't know, maybe like a minute or
Yeah,
a
you get
few
a
long.
1 minute fan call and you just talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I guess the J idol scene is still more like is V Live still a thing?
V Live. Oh, and I think it's Bubble now
Oh my god, I'm old.
because I think V Live was bought by Hybe. I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. I might be wrong. I might be
Yeah,
wrong.
I think
but
they were underlined on Kakao last time.
yeah. So I think it's the main thing they use now is Bubble. Okay.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
But yeah, so but that's more like talking to a group of people. It's not talking to like, multiple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But for fan calls, like I've seen some cases where like fans will, because in order to get a fan call with your K-pop idol, right, you have to kind of like buy the albums,
And then enter a lottery.
enter a lottery,
Yeah.
and like some people would like get multiple fan calls. Like they'll do like one comeback, they get a fan call with them. The comeback after that, they have a fan call with them, and like after that, like the idols is like, I know you. And it's like that's the same story for like J idols, right?
Basically something like that, but like in person instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it just feels like kind of creepy that like.
I mean, can we say this on the podcast? They start them young. Can we say that?
Oh,
Can we say
you
that?
said
You cut it off.
I'll cut it off. Yeah.
But
start them young. Like what do you
a
mean?
lot of the idols, like especially the girls, they start them like 13, 14. Or like younger.
I mean, even
It's
now
just
in K-pop, they're debuting pretty young now.
Oh
as well.
yeah. It feels weird.
Like
New Jeans is very young.
Haerin, is it? No.
Yeah.
Haein? I don't know.
Haerin, right?
Haerin or something? Yeah. Like she was 14 when she debuted.
Yeah, I mean, I think even like my bias debuted at 14. I
Oh.
think Zello debuted at 14 or 15, something like that. But then it's different somehow with the J idol scene.
Because
It's
is it like
creepier.
but like it's more normalized.
Yeah, I guess
right?
that's yeah.
It makes me
Yeah.
like, it's kind of disappointed that like they're debuting these kids so young.
They don't have a life.
They don't have a life,
Yeah.
right?
This is
They
like
just like they were just out of the womb and then just like okay, go to training.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit sad, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, go chase your dreams. You're talented.
Like, what do you moving on to like more the music wise, right? Like, what do you guys like about each genre? Like, what do you guys like about K-pop? What do you like about J-pop?
So I don't really listen to idol music that much. Actually, the closest thing I listen to for idol music is it's a virtual idol group called Hololive.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to their idol songs. Basically,
It doesn't have to be idol music.
Yeah.
You
But,
could like talk about J music as a whole versus K music.
Basically, like for the idol music, I just think that it's too sweet, you know. Also, I don't like the fact that for them it's like they're all singing at the same time, so I can't differentiate.
Wait, that's so true. I never thought about that.
Yeah. If you notice it, like for K-pop, each of them have their own parts, and then like the chorus is like together.
Yeah.
For like idol music, it's usually just all together.
But they're compensating for not being able to sing.
Yes, that's actually a running gag where
T?
like the Japanese idols are no talent.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're just pretty with personality.
A lot of the time, they get scouted off the streets.
Yes.
So like, it's more for looks or like if you can dance or something like that.
I see.
Yeah, so then that's kind of why the whole thing is like that.
Yeah.
And why people like instead of fostering talent, I mentioned before that they foster personality and like you know, but
Like that's why I can never get into J idol. Music,
yeah, so
'cause-
idol music is not for me. Individually, I kind of like the way that like Japanese idols kind of put their music. There's a lot of like emphasis on strong vocals. Because a lot of them start covering Vocaloid songs, which is AI generated voice, or like it's computer generated voices.
Yeah.
A lot of them cover it, and only to make it big, you're taking this song, you're covering it, and you need to stand out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, like my favorite idol or my favorite Utaite, Ado.
Yeah.
She started recording in a closet. Like she was basically in a closet with acoustic panels and a snowball microphone.
Yeah.
Singing Vocaloid covers, and then she debuted at 18, which is the youngest for an Utaite.
That's pretty. Yeah.
But for them, like it's a big emphasis on vocals, and I love that.
Yeah. Do you care about like a performance though? Like, I don't know.
Performances for me, I don't really care too much. If the performance is good, then like yeah, I'm like really hype.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a lot of music.
Yeah. I mean that's like the case for me. Like where I don't like about J music is like, or it's like the whole Vocaloid or like Utaite scene is like they don't perform.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes
Like
sense.
whereas like so if I were to take something from J music, it would be like there are strong vocals, right? And I'll put that into K-pop. And then like for J music, it would be like I'll take the performance from K-pop and like add that to J music.
Yeah, I feel like it's interesting because like with J music, it's one or the other.
Yeah.
You either focus on dance or you focus on vocals.
Yeah.
Very rare you get the both of them.
Yeah.
They don't foster them together. I'm guessing just because of how strong idols were when they first debuted. They started being like, hey, well, they don't need to sing and dance. We could just have them be pretty and garner fans. So then they garner personality. And because that formula has worked for the past like 15 years now, they're not changing it.
Yeah. It sucks to say.
Yeah. Because then for a lot of the utaites, they actually remain anonymous.
Yeah.
They don't show their face. So their performances would be on stage behind something.
Like
where
a shadow
you just see their
something.
silhouette.
Yeah,
For
I know.
Ado, she performs in a cage with very strong lights behind her, so all you see is a shadow.
Yeah.
I know for Eve, in every single photo, he covers his face, and on like you can see his face when he performs, but also taking a picture is hard. It's like so much smoke
Yeah.
and like lights.
Yeah. So you can never get a good like picture of them.
Yeah.
Right.
So their performance is more so like I'm here to perform my music.
Yeah. And it makes it feel genuine, which I think like I would like that. Yeah. I think like for K-pop though, like their pop music is just superior, right?
It's different.
Like pop music, because like Japan's do they even have like pop music?
Well,
That would be
Pop?
like Kenshi no Inazu, that
Yeah.
kind, right?
Pop
Like,
pop just means popular music. So whatever
Yeah.
like J-pop is what's popular in Japan.
Yeah.
yeah.
So would
like,
that just be like
things
utate
like-
music? or-
it
For the-
depends.
it depends.
Like recently, Idol was so popular. The
Yeah.
Oshinoko theme song,
Mm.
where like I was in Japan for a bit. Every store you go into, they just playing Idol.
Oh.
I'm sick of the song now because of that. But like whatever rises to the top becomes pop music.
And for the most part, it's anime music.
Yeah,
okay,
any
okay.
song is very popular.
Okay.
Even if you don't consume anime.
It's so popular.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that does get the most traction, both in Japan and internationally.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, after all, it's like the only cultural thing that comes out of Japan is anime.
In the West.
In the West.
In the West,
In the West,
yeah. Because like we don't really like consume any other media in Japan besides from music and anime, right?
For the mainstream, no. I know me and Sam do because we're weebs, like you said.
Yeah. And
but
like
generally, when I talk to people like here,
Yeah.
the only Japanese media they consume is anime.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. And it's like
that's me.
yeah. And like for even what was I also gonna say? Yes. I forgot. Cut that out.
Cut the tape. Yeah, no. For Japanese pop music, like it basically is like kind of whatever's trending.
Yeah.
I know for them it's a lot of like either the big utaites, the big bands, or anime music, or all of the above if they do the anime music.
Yeah. There's also a lot of voice actors that go into it.
Yes.
Just because their vocal training for. Oh, yeah. Voice actors, their vocal training is not just for performing for like anime and things like that, but they also go through singing training and performance training.
Oh.
Because they are also technically idols.
Yeah.
Where they have their own like stage performances and stuff like that, even though like let's say with like Western voice actors, they stay behind the scenes. Mostly and only do the voices. But then for like let's say even like not 2.5D. Like if you're in like a series where like maybe like an idol series or like that kind of genre of like anime series, normally they'll have like shows where they perform the character songs and stuff like that. So as a voice actor, you have to learn to perform as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They also sometimes have the voice actors do the openings or endings for the anime.
Oh wow.
For them, voice acting is very like renowned thing.
Yeah.
They're like the actors here.
Yeah.
Where like here, when you hear like, oh, I'm a voice actor for something, you're like, oh, cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you don't know them, and then when they say like what they did, it's less because Western animated media, they don't really care about who's behind the voice.
Yeah.
Not unless it's like a legacy character like Bugs Bunny or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, like I couldn't tell you his name. But then you go like, oh, you know the guy who played like Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
For them in Japan, the voice actors are like really big, and they're treated like celebrities.
Oh wow. Okay.
Here, voice actors are like I have a Twitch stream, watch it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's something like that. Like they're more like online.
Yeah.
More of an online presence.
A lot of Japanese voice actors are also radio hosts, but like radio hosts in a way of like people will watch it for them, not necessarily for the show. But a lot of the radio, I think, is by voice actors.
Yeah.
But I think, like, from my perspective, it's like voice actors have so much like fame to them. Like even like here, like even like talking to you guys, you're always just like, oh my god, Dr. Rachel's being voice this actor. But it's also like it's funny because I think even here in Western media, we know like that Japanese voice actors are like really good and like really good at changing the voice, really good at projecting, and you know like they have like that deep like husky like sumimasen that kind of thing, right?
They get a lot of range.
Yeah. Range is very
Some
important.
of them, I find that a lot of them, their range is either insane or they have a very specific type of voice and they always get the same
They have a
genre
distinct
of characters.
character.
Yes.
But then it's like very fitting.
Yeah. I think one of the I only know like Rie Takashi.
So she has
since-
insane range.
Yeah. Since
she-
you were
yeah.
talking about like doing the
Sashiro Miyuki.
OST, I know she done like the outro and intro for like what was it, Takagi-san or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just throwing out the example out there.
I know Boa did an anime opening.
Yes.
A couple. Yeah, he did a Gintama one.
But moving on like back to like K-pop, like
Yes.
since you guys are more into J-pop and like you guys have like seen some K-pop stuff, like what do you not like about K-pop? Like what aspects of Japan music can you put into K-pop that maybe you'll be like, oh, like maybe I'll like this now? Because like for me, like right off the top of my head is like I don't like about K-pop is like the toxic fan culture.
Oh, but I mean
Japan
that's
is-
Japan.
That's
Japan
too.
is it's
You don't
insane in a
escape
different
it.
level.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted to say that Japanese fans are scarier.
Really? Okay.
Just I don't know.
Well, I
think-
mean, okay, so recently there was a case with Ado. There was somebody who was pretty known for their Ado fan covers. And Ado personally invited them to take the stage with her.
Wow.
And a bunch of the fans were flaming the person that she took on stage because they kept telling Ado, like, she's using you, like this and that, like, oh, she doesn't deserve to be on stage with you. So Ado had to personally put out a statement saying that I asked her to be on stage, and for me to ask her on stage is like 1,000, like whatever percent, like up to me. I put her up there because I believe that she deserved to be up there with me. So please stop like what they were doing and kind of thing. Just paraphrasing it, but
Did they actually stop though?
probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, fan culture.
It became a huge like thing where like they were basically flaming her, but she was like well known for doing like YouTube Ado covers. So Ado brought her on stage with her. Like it was Ado's choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think also just in Japanese pop culture, because I'm interested in like Japanese fashion culture as well, and that somehow for some reason also plays into like mental health stuff. Where like one of the styles I'm into is called Chiraike, which is called landmine fashion, which is it's called landmine because it's like anything could just set them off. It's like a mental health thing.
Okay.
A lot of this type also is into fan culture, which makes them very obsessive about it. Things like where they have like private accounts where they'll be like, he's mine, that kind of thing. It's very common, and it's very like people like things like menhera is also an issue.
It's like
where,
obsessive love.
Yeah, where it's like to the point of
Stalking
or like harming them, you know. So then it's fan culture encompasses a lot of those types as well, just because of Japan's culture of like isolation and stuff like that. That adds to toxic fan culture over there as well.
It's like I don't think you hear about it because it's mostly over Japanese social media,
Yeah, like I've no
but
idea.
also it's in Japan in person. Going back to anime, if you guys watched Oshi no Ko, it's like
basically,
that with the one fan who like she is supposed to love me kind of thing. And
yeah, that's why those handshake events and like Polaroids and stuff where they remember you and stuff to make you feel special, it just emphasizes that kind of cycle.
Yeah. I think they like make money off of like the parasocial like relationships.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, both K-pop and
But I feel like
J-pop.
K-pop still has the kind of boundaries of like they're still untouchable.
Yeah.
Whereas J-pop, they feel much more accessible, which is dangerous.
That's dangerous, yeah. Oh, okay. And then like for me, I personally don't like about J music is like the long run times for songs. I don't know if that bothers you guys as well. Like I've noticed like some songs are like 4 minutes long.
Huh.
And like for me, like I think at that point like they overstay its welcome for me.
I feel like it kind of depends because yeah, some music does go for long. There's also other J music that I feel is too short for me.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
thinking
really?
I'm
2
thinking
minutes,
it's
50
usually,
seconds.
Yeah, it's usually too short for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
okay.
don't get a lot of long ones.
I think that's like the
Yeah.
music wise, that's like probably the biggest difference for K-pop and J music.
Yeah.
Because now like K-pop is catering even more and more towards like TikTok culture. So like run times for songs are like 2 minutes. Or maybe like 2 minutes and 30
Yeah.
seconds or something. Like if you go to like New Jeans, their discography, right? Everything is mostly under 3 minutes
Yes.
long. And I'm like, some of these songs could have stayed a bit longer, right? Like for me, the sweet mark is like 3 minutes and like 30 seconds around there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd agree.
But
yeah.
like for J music, like I don't mind if they go on longer if I really like the instrumental. But sometimes like they like I said, overstay their welcome. And like they hit like 5 minute mark. I'm just like, girl, where's the ending of the song?
Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, when I'm thinking about it now. I know what you mean. There's certain songs I can think of that I'm like, yeah. But I find the too short thing more common. Yeah, especially with like the indie artists, because they can
Yes.
just kind of make what they want, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't really need to care about like, it's like my audience will like it, my audience will like it.
I noticed like even Ado songs are like kind of shorter than normal J music, right?
Yeah, some of them do go like shorter, and I feel like, oh no, I wanted more. But like that's just me loving Ado.
Yeah. And even, but like the other artists I mentioned earlier, like Yaosobi Kenshi, like I feel like those ones like were the sweet mark for me.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
they're more popular.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then I think, do you guys listen to any K-rock bands? Or like, because I know like the K-pops, you're not into like K-pop scene as much anymore.
Just
But like,
listen to stuff.
do you
Yeah,
listen to
same. I
like,
just listen to stuff.
it's like what other stuff do you listen to then? Like that are not like the main idol groups.
For Korean music,
Yeah.
I don't know, not really much anymore.
I
to
had
be
a
honest.
ballad phase. I was
Ballad phase.
listening to a lot of Eddie Kim.
Oh.
But I mean, it's been a bit, and I
Yeah.
think he got implicated in some scandal too.
Oh.
So
Okay. Eddie Kim.
Eddie Kim, yeah.
Okay. What kind of music is he?
Do you know the manual? It's like ballads.
Ballads.
Yeah, he was like quite popular back then. He was implicated in the singer thing. If
Oh,
I'm
I
not
see.
wrong, yeah.
Okay.
But then
I think I'm not too into like the ballad scene.
yeah, I have like a big mix. I can't think of like specific rock ones, but I do like rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have some like recommendations.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I just
yeah.
wanted to like mention like some of like I feel like these are more closer to what J music is doing.
Okay.
So like Day 6, maybe you guys heard of that.
Oh, Day 6.
I love Day 6.
I went to Jay's concert.
Oh!
Yeah.
Extraordinary Heroes. Have you heard of them?
Nope.
I think they're also under JYP.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I listened to a lot of like CM Blue and FT Island, which was like
CM
their bands.
What was it?
CN Blue and
CN Blue?
They're,
Oh, I feel like I heard of that.
yeah. Oh my god, I'm dating myself. Yeah.
Okay, and then there's also The Rose. Maybe you guys.
Oh,
heard
I
of
know
them?
the Rose. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
You would
good,
love
they're
The
good.
Rose, I
Yeah.
think.
Would I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would love
they're
The
good, they're
Rose.
good.
They're really good. And Dreamcatcher.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I know
Dream-
Yeah,
I mentioned
yeah,
I mentioned them earlier.
Yeah, you mentioned them.
Yeah.
The one Pump It Up song.
Yeah.
Like I think I've been getting into K-rock so much. Like I really love them. Like they're on my playlist now. So period. Okay. We're gonna go on to a music review.
Yes.
You guys, I didn't ask you guys to check out the song, so we're gonna do that now. Okay.
All right. I mean, it's a surprise for both of us.
It's
so-
a
Yeah,
surprise.
it's
I
been a
mean, not really
bit.
for Sam. I feel like.
What is it?
Wait. Let me just pause the podcast right now. Okay, we'll return shortly. Okay, so yeah, for this music review, we checked out Plav's The Sixth Summer. So just to give you guys some context, because you're probably just wondering, like, who the hell is Plav? So Plav is actually a virtual boy group that uses CG tracking. So kind of like J-pop artists, they're anonymous. Some interesting facts about them is like, since they're doing CG tracking, they sing, they dance, they rap, and they also write their own music. Actually, I think they have credits for this song actually. And the reason why I wanted to these are the reasons why I wanted to showcase them for this episode. I think there's a lot of similarities between the two worlds, right? So, what do you guys think?
I liked it a lot.
I thought it was really good. The composition was really nice.
Yeah. For me, I wrote down it's a great song to listen to when you're feeling sad. And I mean, I listened to it many times now, so I got a chance to really absorb the lyrics and the message of the song. Did you guys get a feel of that as well?
Yeah, I realized partway through, there's a certain sound that K-pop has that that kind of longing sound. I don't get that from J-pop personally. And
okay.
this song kind of had a bit of that, especially the higher notes.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to explain it. Maybe that's just a me when I experience music thing.
Yeah.
But I find that hits harder in K-pop.
Oh, I like J-pop for the high energy. And I think they have
fair.
that
That's
long
fair.
energy, right? But
Yeah.
like you were saying, what was it that you said?
It's kind of a longing
The
feeling.
longing
I don't
feeling.
really know how to explain
Yeah,
it.
it's emotional for K-pop in the sense of you're sad or you're hoping for something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The sound to me sounds it hits something for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. What about you, Tyler?
I was sorry.
It's okay.
I was focused a lot on the composition. I really like the composition. I really like songs that have a mix of, I guess, instrumental and synthetics, but mostly instrumental.
Yeah. Yes.
I love instrumental, backings. Anything acoustic, with a guitar or piano.
Yes!
I love. I love
Same.
to death.
I wrote that down.
That's why, a lot of the newer K-pop stuff, it's hard for me to listen to.
Yeah.
And then a lot of newer J-pop stuff is more so I can only listen to it when I have energy. But then my favorite Idol song, or not Idol, sorry, I have too much Idol
on
in
your
my
mind.
brain. My
Yeah.
favorite Blackpink song
Yeah.
is Stay.
Yeah.
Because
Stay's a
it
good
is
song.
just
Stay's a
the
good song.
guitar.
Yeah.
And I love that so much.
Yeah.
A lot of Japanese music that I do like is reminiscent of this, where it's instrumentals, piano, with synthetics in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just added on. And I was focused on the composition for this because I really liked it.
Yeah.
As for the voice, the vocals were good. I like the vocals a lot. I did get that sense of longing and sadness. And yeah, not much else to say. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think a lot of things that K-pop are missing right now is storytelling.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna
And
say.
I got that from this song, and
Yeah.
it just made me oh yes, perfect.
Yeah. It's
Because storylines are missing so much in K-pop nowadays. If you go back 10 years back, or even 5 years back, there are storylines for the music videos, right? And I miss that in K-pop so much. Yeah. Do you have a favorite part from the song? Because for me it was the pre-chorus, whereas the high note, where it's yeah, and then the bridge to the outro was also really good. Whereas
feel that.
they after the high note, it was just the piano.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's where it hits.
I think my favorite part was probably the chorus.
Oh,
I
okay.
really like kind of the build up.
Yeah.
And then the where the chorus hits.
Yeah.
I really like
The
how
drums coming
the drums
in.
coming
Yeah,
in. I was
yeah.
about to say
Yeah.
for me it's the composition.
Yeah.
I really like the drums coming in and then just the way that it builds out, and then normally after choruses there's a slow kind of thing into the next verse. For this one it was really it flowed smoothly but didn't slow down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it kept me hooked
Yeah.
for each part, right? And when we were reviewing the song, actually, you guys mentioned the rapping, right? How in J rap, or I don't even know what to call it, right? But rapping in J music is not the same as Western J rapping, where this follows some path of the Western style of rapping, whereas there's a flow to it, right? But in J rap, it's just fast.
Fast talking.
Fast talking. I kind of there is a flow, but it feels it stays the same.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
how
I know
to
what
say
you
it.
mean. Yeah, there isn't so much of a beat. I guess.
Yeah.
It's just yeah.
It's just more like a break from the song.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you guys like the rapping in this?
I did. I
Ooh.
felt like it fit like really well.
Yeah, I guess I remember that most of my biases are the rappers and dancers of groups.
That's when I first started getting into
Yeah.
K-pop. All my biases were the rappers. Like it was
Yeah.
Suga from BTS, Soyeon from G Idol.
Sugar's my bias.
yeah.
With oh my god.
RM?
EXO.
Oh.
I mean in BTS it's Suga and J-Hope.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're like dancers, rappers.
Yeah.
In what group did I just mention? EXO it was Chanyeol and Sehun. So then it's like all dancers, rappers. A lot of times Magnus.
For me, it's either like rappers or the main vocalist.
That's fair. Main vocalists are usually my bias wreckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have like, I kind of like everyone in Blackpink equally. I bet for me, like the most standout is like Jennie, I guess, since she is like
She's
the
both.
rapper.
Fair.
She's
Yeah.
both rapper and vocal.
Vocal.
Yeah.
What made it hard for me to get into K-pop before was the fact that they like had rap in like every song because I did not like rap. I mentioned this before, but like I love acoustics and I love like so my main kind of song was like ballads. I love Ed Sheeran. You
My
guys,
favorite K-pop idol.
you guys know this. I love Ed Sheeran, and that's the whole reason I started playing guitar. Was because his songs before were a lot of just guitar and vocals, and like that was kind of my kind of that was my kind of music, you know. And then the only thing that would like
Sorry, I just always think of like Shape of You when I hear Ed Sheeran, and then just like dun 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 dun. Yeah, sorry.
yeah. I mean, for that, like, I loved Multiply, and that was a lot of like guitar and whatnot. But it was hard for me to get into rap because my like, I don't know, it wasn't sitting well with me, and I had to like it had to grow onto me because I mean, growing up, I only listened to punk pop or like pop punk and then I started listening to like actual pop and like then it moved from pop to like anything like with a guitar and vocals, so like Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, and then I kind of transitioned and moved on to like other kinds of music. But at the same time, my favorites are still like the Korean songs with just the guitar and vocals, like Stay, or like even some of the Japanese ones that are like.
I think you like Taeyeon then. Have you listened to Taeyeon? It's from Sonyo Shide.
Yeah.
I have
Girls' Generation.
She's good.
Yeah,
She's
she has
good.
like a
Yeah,
lot
she's
of
good.
like what
You're
you
right.
like
yeah,
the acoustic
now that I
stuff.
think about it.
I think it's 11:11. That's the song.
11.
Yeah, that one. But yeah, back to the song. Like, so I usually do like a ranking of the song. So I have a
Okay.
few tiers. So there's skip. So that's the worst one, right? There's let it play. So if you just hear it on your playlist or like just shuffle, like you let it play, you won't skip it. Head bop. So it's just like head bop. Earworm. It's stuck in your head, and then runway status. It's just like
Oh my.
you feel like you can like really bop out your head, like the dance to it.
I think I'll preface this first by saying the first time I listen to a song and I like it, it'll always, no matter what, be let it play because I don't know the song enough and I want to become more accustomed before I get a more solid opinion on it.
Yes.
So it'll never be a skip unless I actually don't like it from like the way it sounds.
Okay.
I like the way it sounds, but I'm not too familiar with the song.
Yes.
So for me, it'd be like, let it play.
Yeah. Okay.
5 more times, maybe I'd have a better opinion of it.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair.
Okay. This is one of those songs that for some reason there's a certain emotion to it that makes me want to come back to it. I don't know if it's a hip bopper in the sense of like bopping my head when I listen to it, but I feel like it's one of those songs where on occasion it would just like maybe I have a certain feeling or it just comes to my head. And I'm like I'm gonna select this song specifically to listen to if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So more on like the in between then of head bop and like.
Yeah.
Let
When
it
it comes to
play,
On, I'll be
I
happy. Be like, oh, it's this song, whatever. But there'll be some days where I'm like, I really want to listen to that song.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those songs that would be like that.
I think I ranked mine similar. So I said mine is like the in between of head bop and earworm. Same idea. Like if I'm feeling sad, this is the song I'm putting on.
I get that. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Amazing. So, final thing. We are running out of time. We're about to reach like I don't know how long this podcast is. I think it's reaching like the 1 hour 30 mark, but we'll try to wrap up in like 5 minutes. All right.
Okay.
So, I usually have a spicy question towards the end of the cast. So since we talked about J music and K-pop and like everything in between of that, I want to ask you guys like, can you see J music following a similar path like K-pop in the future?
mainstream J music, yes. Not underground idols.
Oh, okay. So similar to like how K-pop is right now, where like the idol group is popular, but like the more
underground,
like,
I guess
unknown stuff.
Underground idol culture conflicts so much with Western culture. Just culturally, it's not even like a music thing, just culturally. But the more prominent singers and stuff, I can see them branching out, but the audience will still mainly be Japan.
Oh,
that makes
okay.
sense. They won't do like a BTS thing where they have English songs and stuff. If that makes sense. I don't think that will ever happen.
Really?
But
okay.
I believe that they will branch out more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a possibility where like some anime song gets like so popular and like the artists who sung it also maybe get like super popular, they start touring around.
Kind of had that.
Yeah.
And they're currently on a world tour or like they just finished or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Idol's also on a world tour now.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I feel like it's not gonna really follow like kind of the K-pop way, just because K-pop takes a lot of its influence from Western. And for J-pop, it's mostly been like, if they take the influence, they won't let you know. Like,
okay,
they won't let you know if they took the influence or not. I don't really see them releasing like English songs like they do in K-pop, like Sam said.
Yeah.
I can't see it happening.
Yeah.
There will be English in their songs, but that's just part of the
like
culture.
Yeah.
Just throw in the random English in there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
call
Just
it
I
a
feel
day.
like they just do that to like make it rhyme.
Yeah.
For some parts, right?
Yeah.
But like basically the consensus is there won't be a BTS level artist coming from Japan. Okay.
No.
I don't think so, no.
They're
Ooh.
not like I've mentioned this before, but it's like it's Japanese music for Japanese people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why, even like the Uta Ites and people like that, you could. Hell, I own a Blu-ray for Ado. I don't have a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, I have
The dedication.
I have a CD player at home, and I have a friend that's into like Ensemble Stars, which is like a anime boy group idol kind of thing. She buys CDs, asks me to rip them for her so that she can play it on her phone. My CD player.
Yeah, it's a whole thing where like, you could buy the K-pop albums to support the idols. You can own the CD, but it comes with a bunch of other goodies.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's like a lot of their sales, most of their sales, come from the physical. Just a CD.
Just to see. Wow.
Wait, what about the clear file you get with it?
Yeah,
It was
it's true.
clear files.
So long as sales like last, there's a bunch of clear files that the CD stores or
I
record
see.
stores get.
Yeah.
So for the first 15,000, 1,000, whatever, the people who buy the CD will come with a free clear file. That's it.
I have
Is there
30
a
clear
photo
files.
card with the CD?
Not even a photo card.
Yeah.
It's
It's postcards. It's postcards too.
Bromides.
There's like specific stuff for the Japanese like merch that you get only as bonuses.
Yeah, you get them on the first order.
Yes.
Usually, yeah.
Okay. I think that's similar to K-pop as well, like pre-order bonuses. Yeah.
I guess,
Well-
these days they have that.
Yeah.
But
not
then
when I was into
Yeah.
K-pop. Yeah.
like nowadays, like here in the West, I can't buy just a CD.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm trying to buy like Blackpink's friggin' Kill
Yeah,
This
you're
Love,
not gonna get anything.
it's a single.
Yeah.
Comes with a CD, photo book with a bunch of
Yeah.
goodies in the photo book. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy just a CD.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like I've asked Sam to buy me stuff from like Singapore, Japan, where it's just a CD
CD.
wrapped
Yeah.
in plastic, and that's
There's
it.
Also, K-pop kind of does this, but Japan does it more, where like they release the CD with the single, or the version B with the CD with behind the scenes video, or version 3 with the behind the scenes video and something else, but without some other thing from the other two,
Yeah.
or something. So in the end, you have to buy all of them. You want all the
Oh my
content.
God. They actually make it so difficult for like non-Japanese speakers.
Yeah, no, and it's within their own like ecosystem, so like
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, as long as you guys like it, right?
Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we're probably gonna wrap up now. Do you guys have anything like last few words you want to say? Outro it out for me.
It's been really fun.
Woo!
Thanks for having us on the show.
Yeah, no problem.
Before anyone attacks us, we like
What?
both K-pop and J-pop, and we
Oh.
don't think there's necessarily a superior one.
Oh, they're very
yeah.
different.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
they're
can
very
like them
different.
No,
each
K-pop-
for
K-pop
their
is superior.
own thing. Ignore
joking.
what Kevin said because he's cancelled.
Bye bye. We're ending like that. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye. Thank you.